My dear friends, welcome. I'm so glad you've joined me here today, and I want to share something that's been a really meaningful part of my life: the practice of waking up at 3 a.m. Now, I know what you might be thinking. 3 a.m.? Isn't that the middle of the night? Who in their right mind would willingly wake up at that hour? Well, let me tell you, this sacred time has become a true gift in my life, a time of deep spiritual nourishment and divine connection. Ensure you watch this video till the end, and I will tell you why God keeps waking you by 3 a.m., and you will also discover what to do and how to take advantage of this special time of the night daily. But before we go on, if this is your first time on this YouTube channel, please subscribe to receive God's message now and in the future. It is not a coincidence if you keep waking at certain hours every night, especially between 3 a.m., and you might think you are suffering from insomnia. No, you probably do not have. You see, there's something incredibly special about that liminal space between night and day, that quiet, still moment when the world seems to hold its breath. It's during this time that the veil between the physical and spiritual realms thins, offering us a unique opportunity to commune with the Almighty. And today, I want to share with you a prayer straight from the pages of the Bible. A prayer that has become a steadfast source of strength and protection in my life. My 3 a.m. wake-up ritual has become an anchor for me, a way to ground myself and start each day centered and focused. And today, I want to share with you the powerful prayer I say during this special time, a prayer for protection that has brought me so much comfort and peace. So let's dive in, my friends, and discover the transformative power of waking up at 3 a.m. and the divine shield that awaits us. Now, I know 3 a.m. might sound like an odd time to be awake, but hear me out. There's a lot of spiritual significance to that hour. In many mystical and religious traditions, 3 a.m. is considered a sacred time, a liminal space where the veil between the physical and spiritual worlds thins. It's often referred to as the witching hour or the devil's hour, a time when supernatural forces are believed to be most active. But I prefer to think of it as the holy hour, a time when we can connect most deeply with the divine. You see, our circadian rhythms naturally have us dipping into a deeper state of rest and rejuvenation around this hour. It's when our bodies produce the most melatonin and our brains enter a more theta-dominant state, a state of deep relaxation and intuitive awareness. So when I wake up at 3 a.m., my mind and body are primed for spiritual practice. It's like I have this perfect window of opportunity to dive into prayer, meditation, and sacred study, to truly open myself up to the guidance and protection of the divine. And let me tell you, my friends, the blessings I've received during this time have been truly profound. It's as if the heavens themselves open up, pouring forth a river of grace, wisdom, and unwavering support. Now, my 3 a.m. routine doesn't necessarily look the same every day, but there are a few key elements that are always part of it. First and foremost, I always start with prayer. I have this incredibly powerful prayer for protection that I say every single morning, and it has become the foundation of my practice. After that, I'll often spend some time in silent meditation, just being present with the divine. Sometimes I'll journal, letting the words flow freely as I process my thoughts and emotions. And sometimes I'll do some gentle yoga or qigong, moving my body in sacred, intentional ways to further deepen my connection. But no matter what else I do, The prayer for protection is always the centerpiece. It's like putting on a suit of spiritual armor before venturing out into the day. And let me tell you, friends, this prayer has seen me through some really tough times. Now, the prayer I'm about to share with you comes straight from the book of Psalms, and it's become a cornerstone of my 3 a.m. ritual. It's a prayer that calls upon the Almighty to cover us in a powerful shield of light, to protect us from any harm, both seen and unseen. The words of this prayer are infused with the timeless wisdom and divine authority of the Scriptures, and as I recite them, I feel an immediate sense of peace and calm wash over me. It's like I'm being enveloped in a warm, protective embrace, shielded from any negative energy or harm. And it's not just me who feels the power of this prayer. I've shared it with so many of my friends and loved ones, and they've all reported similar experiences. One of my dear friends told me that she started saying this prayer every morning, and it completely transformed her entire day. She said she felt more grounded, more focused, and more protected, no matter what challenges came her way. Another friend of mine was going through a really difficult time. She was dealing with a lot of anxiety and fear, and she just felt so vulnerable. But after I shared this prayer with her and encouraged her to make it a part of her daily practice, she said the shift was almost immediate. The worry and the panic started to melt away, replaced by a deep sense of peace and trust in the divine. Now, the prayer I'm about to share with you comes from Psalm 91, and it's a powerful declaration of God's unwavering protection and love. The prophetic words of the Bible carry incredible weight. They are not just ancient texts. They are living words that resonate deeply within our spirits. When we recite Scripture, we invite the presence of God into our lives. Listen closely, my friends, and let these sacred words wash over you. He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will abide in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say to the Lord, my refuge and my fortress, my God, in whom I trust. For he will deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the deadly pestilence. He will cover you with his pinions, and under his wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness is a shield and buckler. You will not fear the terror of the night, nor the arrow that flies by day. These words remind us that God is our refuge. They encapsulate the essence of seeking protection and strength in times of fear. When we make this prayer a part of our early morning ritual, we open our hearts to divine guidance. To delve into Psalm 91 further, we can appreciate its profound God's message of assurance and faith. The passage is a testament to God's divine protection and care, offering a sense of security amidst life's challenges. This chapter reminds us that we are safe from harm under God's watchful eye, shielded from the perils we may encounter in our daily lives. It speaks of divine deliverance from danger and the reassurance that God is present in our struggles, offering comfort and strength. Psalm 91 serves as an affirmation of God's promises and the unwavering faith we can have in his steadfast love. It offers solace and inspiration to those seeking refuge and guidance, encouraging us to trust in God's divine plan and the unshakable shelter found in his embrace. Now let's take it bit by bit. Verse 1 says, "He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will abide in the shadow of the Almighty." The opening verse of Psalm 91 sets the tone for the rest of the chapter, painting a powerful image of divine protection and security found in God's presence. This scripture speaks of a believer who dwells in the shelter of the Most High, conveying the sense of peace and assurance experienced when we place our trust in God. To dwell in God's shelter is to seek refuge in Him, turning to Him as our ultimate source of safety and strength. It is a conscious decision to abide in His presence, accepting His love and guidance, and relying on His divine wisdom. By dwelling in the shelter of the Most High, we acknowledge our dependence on God and our unwavering faith in His plan for our lives. The imagery of the shadow of the Almighty symbolizes the all-encompassing nature of God's protection. Just as a shadow offers relief from the heat of the sun, God's loving presence shields us from life's hardships, providing comfort and reassurance during our darkest moments. The Almighty's shadow represents a haven, an unshakable fortress, and a source of hope for those who seek refuge in Him. This verse also speaks to the idea of intimacy with God. The imagery of dwelling in His shelter and abiding in His shadow emphasizes the closeness of our relationship with the divine, highlighting the importance of nurturing our connection with God through prayer, devotion, and obedience to His will. In essence, this scripture serves as a powerful reminder of the all-encompassing love and protection God offers His children. By placing our trust in Him, we discover true refuge and peace, finding the strength and courage to face life's challenges with unwavering faith. Ultimately, the verse points to the transformative nature of a relationship with God, as we find safety and assurance in the comforting shadow of the Almighty. Verse 2 says, "I will say to the Lord, my refuge and my fortress, my God, in whom I trust." This verse presents a heartfelt declaration of faith, expressing our firm trust in God as our source of protection, security, and guidance. This verse reveals several significant aspects of a strong relationship with God and highlights the transformative power of faith. The psalmist refers to God as both a refuge and a fortress, emphasizing the unwavering security found in His loving presence. A refuge offers shelter and safety from harm, while a fortress represents a place of strength and protection against external threats. By seeing God as our refuge and fortress, we recognize that He is our ultimate source of safety and strength. The declaration, "In whom I trust," reveals the foundation of the psalmist's faith. Trusting in God means placing our confidence in His divine plan, believing in His unfailing love, and relying on His guidance. This trust serves as a source of reassurance and hope, empowering the believer to face life's challenges with courage and resilience. Verse 3 says, "For He will deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the deadly pestilence." This verse offers a promise of divine protection and deliverance from harm. This verse highlights two significant aspects of God's loving care: protection from the snare of the fowler and deliverance from deadly pestilence. The fowler refers to a hunter who sets traps or snares to capture birds. In a figurative sense, this phrase represents the various traps and dangers we may encounter in life, such as temptations, evil influences, or malicious intentions. The verse reassures us that God will protect us from these snares, ensuring our safety and well-being. Pestilence often signifies disease, plagues, or widespread calamities that can bring devastation and suffering. By promising deliverance from such calamities, this verse emphasizes God's role as our protector and the ultimate source of healing and restoration. Verse 4 says, "He will cover you with His pinions, and under His wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness is a shield and buckler." This verse offers a vivid image of God's message and loving protection, employing the metaphor of a mother bird shielding her young with her wings. This verse highlights three significant aspects of divine care: covering, refuge, and faithfulness. Pinions refer to the outer part of a bird's wing, essential for flight and protection. In this context, God's pinions symbolize his encompassing care and the security found in his loving embrace. This image reminds us that God's love shields us from harm and provides comfort in times of distress. The idea of finding refuge under God's wings reinforces the notion of divine protection and safety. Just as a mother bird shelters her chicks from danger, God offers us a haven in his loving presence. This image emphasizes the intimacy and tenderness of God's care, providing reassurance and hope during life's challenges. A shield and buckler are defensive tools used in ancient warfare to deflect attacks and protect the warrior. In this verse, God's faithfulness serves as our shield and buckler, symbolizing his unwavering commitment to our well-being. This metaphor emphasizes that God's loyal love and fidelity are our ultimate defense against life's adversities. Lastly, verse 5 says, "You will not fear the terror of the night, nor the arrow that flies by day." This verse reassures us that we do not have to live in fear, regardless of the circumstances surrounding us, reassuring us that we need not be overcome by fear, whether in times of darkness or the face of unexpected threats. This verse specifically mentions two scenarios: the terror of the night and the arrow that flies by day. When I recite this passage in the stillness of the night, it transforms my fear into faith. It's a reminder that I am shielded from negativity and enveloped in God's grace. Friends, there is something so profound, so sacred about these words. They are infused with the very essence of the divine, a declaration of God's unwavering protection and love for his children. When I recite this prayer, it's like I'm being wrapped in a warm, protective embrace. I feel the weight of the world lift off my shoulders, and I'm filled with a deep sense of peace and security. It's as if the Almighty himself is standing guard over me, shielding me from any harm, seen or unseen. And the best part is, this protection isn't just for me. It extends to all those I encounter. When I start my day with this prayer, I feel a tangible shift in the energy around me. It's like I'm carrying a mantle of light, a force field of divine grace that radiates out and touches the lives of everyone I meet. My friends, I truly believe that when we come before the Lord with an open heart and a deep sense of trust, he responds in powerful ways. He covers us with his wings, shielding us from the arrows of the enemy and the terrors of the night. And in doing so, he empowers us to walk through this world with courage, clarity, and an unshakable faith. In today's world, we often face uncertainties that can lead to anxiety and fear. Whether it's personal struggles, health issues, or the chaos of the outside world, seeking protection is more important than ever. When we wake up at 3 a.m. and offer a prayer for protection, we are actively inviting divine intervention into our lives. Now, I know that in these uncertain times, the need for divine protection and guidance is greater than ever before. We live in a world that seems to be spinning out of control, where darkness and negativity can so easily seep into our consciousness and wreak havoc on our mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. But that's why practices like this prayer from Psalm 91 are so important. When we take the time to intentionally call upon the Almighty to shield us, to cover us in a mantle of light, it creates a powerful, energetic barrier that keeps the darkness at bay. It's like we're putting on a spiritual suit of armor, equipping ourselves with the divine tools we need to navigate this world with grace, courage, and unwavering faith. And the beautiful thing is, this protection isn't just for us. It extends to all those we encounter. By reciting Psalm 91, we are creating a ripple effect of light and love. Let's talk about how to incorporate this powerful prayer into your morning routine. I encourage you to set an intention before going to bed. As you lay down, remind yourself of the importance of waking up at 3 a.m. When your alarm goes off, resist the urge to hit the snooze button. Instead, take a deep breath and remind yourself that this time is sacred. Find a comfortable space where you can sit in silence. Close your eyes and take a moment to center yourself. Feel the stillness around you and allow it to fill your heart. Once you feel grounded, begin to recite Psalm 91. You can say it aloud or whisper it softly to yourself. Let each word resonate within you. Visualize the protective shield surrounding you, guarding you against any negativity or fear. After reciting the prayer, take a few moments to reflect. Consider what you're grateful for in your life. Gratitude is a powerful practice that elevates our spirits and opens our hearts to receive blessings. You might want to journal your thoughts during this time. Writing down your feelings can help clarify your intentions and deepen your connection with God. I want to encourage you, my friends, to embrace this practice wholeheartedly. It might feel strange at first, but the benefits are profound. You'll find clarity, peace, and a stronger connection to your faith. Remember, waking up at 3 a.m. isn't just about the act itself. It's about what you do with that time. It's an opportunity to seek protection, to invite divine guidance, and to cultivate a deeper relationship with God. So, my dear friends, make this prayer from Psalm 91 a part of your daily practice. Take these precious moments to connect with the divine and call upon that powerful protection. Let these sacred words be the foundation of your day, the rock upon which you build your spiritual practice. And as you go forth, carrying that divine light with you, know that you are safe, you are loved, and you are protected no matter what challenges may arise. Thank you so much for joining me today, my dear friends. I truly cherish these moments we share, and I hope this message has brought you the peace, comfort, and empowerment that it's brought to my heart. If this video resonated with you, and you felt God's message now speaking to you, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. By doing so, you're not just supporting this channel, you're helping to spread God's love and encouragement to others who may need it. Let's continue this journey of faith and connection together. Your support could be the blessing someone in our community is waiting for. If you found this video helpful, please like it and share it with your friends or families and others you could help someone. Don't forget to leave a comment below, sharing your own experiences of God's healing and restoration. We love hearing from you. I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. Please share in the comments below how you experience God's message now yourself. And remember, friends, God is always with you, working to bring healing and restoration to every area of your life. Trust in His promises and embrace His love. Thank you for being part of our family. Remember, God is faithful, and His plans for you are good. Until next time, stay blessed and stay encouraged.